The House will come to order. Prayer by the chaplain.
Holy God, as we gather this evening, we are mindful of the sacred trust placed upon these legislators. They have been called and gathered from a diversity of places to represent the rich diversity of our state's people here in this sacred chamber. As they bring with them the hopes and dreams of their constituents, they bring also their whole selves, their passions and ideas, their strengths and weaknesses, their humanity and their dignity. Holy God, bestow upon these legislators the gift of wisdom, discernment, compassion, and grace. May the work they do on behalf of the people of this great state result in a shared prosperity for all Minnesotans. May this House work in common purpose with the Senate and the governor, so that this great star of the North may be like a city upon a hill, shining bright for all to see. God bless this House of Representatives, the great state of Minnesota, and these United States. Amen.
The chaplain for today is Pastor Dave Bjorklund from St. Mark's Lutheran Church in North St. Paul, Minnesota. Pledge of Allegiance. Please remain standing and recite the Pledge of Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. The clerk will take the roll. The clerk will close the roll. A quorum is present. The clerk will read the journal of the preceding day.
Journal of the House, 93rd Session, 2023, 11th day, St. Paul, Minnesota, Monday, January 23rd, 2023.
If there is no objection, further reading of the journal will be dispensed with, and the journal will be approved as corrected by the chief clerk. Hearing no objection, the journal is approved as corrected by the chief clerk. Reports of standing committees and divisions. A copy of this order of business is at your desk and online. If there is no objection, the reports will be adopted. Hearing no objection, the reports are adopted. Second reading of House files.
Second reading, House File number 4.
Second reading.
Second reading, House File number 29.
Second reading.
Second reading, House File number 50.
Second reading.
Second reading, House File number 90.
Second reading.
Second reading, House File number 150.
Second reading.
Second reading, House File 172.
Second reading.
And second reading, House File 207.
Second reading. Introduction of bills. The following House files have been offered for introduction today. The chief clerk will report the House files and give them their first reading.
Introduction of first reading of House Files 755 through 907.
First reading House files 755 through 907. Report from the Committee on Rules and Legislative Administration.
Along from the Committee on Rules and Legislative Administration, pursuant to Rules 1.21 and 3.33, designates the following bills to be placed on the calendar for the day for Thursday, January 26, 2023, and establishes a pre-filing requirement for amendments offered to the following bills. House File numbers 7 and 35.
Motions and resolutions. There are copies of the non-controversial motions at the House desk and online. If there is no objection, we will take action on these items first. Hearing no objection, the motions prevail.
Bonner moved that House File number 639 be recalled from the Committee on Health, Finance, and Policy and be re-referred to the Committee on Children and Families, Finance, and Policy.
I recognize the member from Hennepin, the author of the motion, Representative Bonner.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Speaker. That is in fact my motion. I have spoken with both chairs and I do have agreement from them both.
Any discussion to the Bonner motion? I recognize the minority leader, the member from Stearns, Representative Demuth.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Could you just have the bill author, if she would, Representative Bonner, if she would yield for a question just to give us a little more detail what that bill actually is?
Members, please take your conversations off the House floor and into the alcoves, the retiring room, or the rotunda. Representative Bonner, will you yield to a question?
Yes, I will yield to a question.
She will yield. Representative Demuth.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Representative Bonner, could you just tell us a little bit more about what that bill is and why it needs to move?
Representative Bonner.
Yes, this bill creates grants for young children, and we would like to have it heard in the Early Childhood Committee first, and then head over to Health after that.
Any further discussion to the motion? Hearing none, all those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Those opposed, please say no. The motion prevails. Announcements. I recognize the member from Morrison, Representative Creshaw.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Members, this is School Choice Week, and maybe you've seen a number of folks around the Capitol with the yellow scarves signifying the educational priorities of school choice. We had 3 young gentlemen in committee. I was happy to introduce those, Colin, Jack, and Connor. And just want to recognize and announce the school choice, all that is around that, and if you see folks with the yellow scarves, please say hello. So thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Any further announcements? I recognize the member from Hennepin, the majority leader, Representative Long.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I move that when the House adjourns today, it adjourns until 3:30 p.m. Thursday, January 26, 2023.
Representative Long moves when the House adjourns today, it adjourns until 3:30 p.m. Thursday, January 26, 2023. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, please say no. The motion prevails. Representative Long.
Mr. Speaker, I move that the House do now adjourn.
Representative Long moves that the House do now adjourn. All those in favor, please say aye. Those opposed, please say no. The motion prevails and the House stands adjourned until 3:30 p.m. Thursday, January 26, 2023.